Yo, Butterdog, what's flopping, dude? Oh, shout out to Butterman. Okay, hold on a second. I sent that. Okay, we are dialed. Fix this camera. Shout out to Sane. Sane, what's going on, man? Guys, Sane is coming to us all the way from. I know Paper Doll is in Brisbane, Australia. Sane is somewhere in. Is it Germany? Yeah, you're in Germany, aren't you, Sane? And Sunny, of course, is in um, Humboldt, California. Copper Rock, I think he's in Arkansas. No, he's not. He's in Oregon or Washington or one of those places. Lou, of course, New Hampshire. Thrax, actually, I don't know where he is. Maybe New Jersey or something. Shout out to all of you guys. What's going on, man? Yesterday's live was fun, eh? We got a lot more to discuss today for sure. Shout out to Lee Sung. We have Lou and Lee Sung. Um, saying if you put the flag of your country, it doesn't show up as the flag. It actually says NONO. So I don't know what Netherlands, Denmark, or something. Tennessee, Thrax. Wow, man. Shout out to Swing. Swing, what's going on, man? Okay, so a couple things are popping off right now, man. So you remember when Klaus Schwab said that it's a great reset? There's going to be a great reset. Well, maybe he meant like in like a number of years. Oh, Norway. That's right. Sane is in Norway. Dude, do you go fishing? Like, can't you go catch some amazing fish in those fjords? Because that's freaking cool, dude. Norway. The only problem is it's the same thing in British Columbia. Speaking of, shout out to Jackson. Is that the fish farms? We got to talk about those. But otherwise, it's so beautiful there, man. Norway. In fact, you could teleport from British Columbia to Norway, and you probably would think that you are in British Columbia still. Like it's the same thing. If I teleported to New Hampshire, I would think I'm right where I'm at, man. Washington. Okay, Washington. That's right, Copper. But Copper Rock, he's not in a city, dude. He's not in Seattle, I can tell you that. Copper Rock, do you know the guy what's his name? The one famous YouTuber from Washington who's like a prepper and he has all kinds of videos, man. Like he has videos on how to put how to bend nails into a shape so that no matter what way you throw them on the ground, if a car drives over them, it will puncture them. So that you could bend a bunch of these nails and have them in like this bug out bag so that if you're like fleeing down a road and it's like shit hits the fan scenario, you can like throw a bunch of nails on the ground and guaranteed if a vehicle with tires drives over them, they're going to hit one of those nails and blow a tire. He's that prepper guy. Do you remember who I'm talking about? You probably do, Copper. Maybe not though. Shout out to Nix as well. And Butterdog, of course. You wouldn't even believe where Butterdog lives, man. It's shocking. It's a good spot. Okay, so boom bang bang. Nice. Dude, so you won't believe this. Today, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Somalia. No, not Somalia. Shout out to Aiden. He said, shout out Shane, the goat. Got my chalk and stuff in today. Gotta go pick it up from my mom. Shout out to Aiden, man. Shout out to Aiden, bro. So hold on. You must have got a full blown stack then. Is that correct? Freaking awesome, dude. Shout out to Aiden. That was only a few days ago you ordered, dude. That was quick shipping, man. Shout out to Aiden. So guys, a couple things are going on. First, I want to tell you that today I went to the post office with my family to get a new passport. And there's some tricky, funny things in the new passport that you'll be shocked about. I'm going to try to figure out a way to show it to you, but I have to cover up all the credentials, of course. But there is like a full blown SIM card that you can see the microchip in the card is actually visible. Like it's no longer hidden in like the fabric of the passport. It is like fully visible. And so the brand new passports, I don't know if it's 2026 or it's like the latest version that was in 2025, but they have microchips that you can see in them, which is shocking because it reminds me of the efficiency and ease of microchips, like it's convenient. You can track and trace. We all kind of can imagine why microchipping people would be the next logical step, right? If you're thinking of efficiency and maximum, efficiency. I'm gonna figure out a way to show it to you guys here with some sticky notes covering up the stuff. So hold on a second. All I really need to cover up is that. So hold on. Okay. Okay. So look, on the passport is, I guess it won't even focus probably, eh? There. See that? See that? That's the microchip, dude. And it has like wires going to it. See it? Now you should be able to see it pretty good. That is the microchip right on the front page of the freaking passport, dude. And I was shocked when I saw that. I knew I mean, it's not like people are like, okay, dude, like we all knew that, but it's just very interesting to see it. And yeah, that's all passports have microchips in them. And it's for when they scan it. When they take your passport and they jam into that thing for 1 second and then pull it out, it's like a tap, and it transmit that this person who is linked to your social security and all that shit, is like confirmed in the world database of what country you're in. So when I look at that passport and all the different features, man, there's like braille, there's freaking different, all kinds of different textures to it and everything. I don't know how the hell people figure out how to like people have fake passports. I can't believe, I don't know how they do it. Unless they like just get a fake, like there's some way to do it where it's a legitimate passport, but just not the right face and identity. But either way, it's shocking to see the amount of effort they put in to make them unfakeable. So yeah, it's really, yeah, it's tracking and tracing. And that, that reminds me of too, is when, hold on a sec though, shout out to Aiden who got his mail stack and the Chad mode. Wow, dude. Okay, hold on. I guess we should announce before we get into my next segue, which is about the passports, of course, and the fact that I'll remember in 2 seconds. But I did want to mention, because I cannot imagine a more imperative time in human history to be detoxing and be at our peak mental function and be rejuvenated and revitalized. I am going to announce that we're live on Instagram in a moment to a whole bunch of new people, but because you guys are here first, if you have not tried chalk yet, which Aiden just got his chalk from his mom's house. He's going there right now. He's probably literally flooring it on his way to her house right now to get his chalk. We are giving away free $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia tonight. That's organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, from Chalk, which ships from Georgia, based in Texas, has an all-American customer service team, and has over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. The way the deal works is, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you never tried chalk before, I'm telling you, dude, it is quite shocking what we're doing right now, and the amount of people who have felt literally life-changing benefits. Like, I'll go into the details in a moment, but just know every single chalk supplement, whether it's the hot water purified shilajit, the organic ashwagandha, which eBet4 got his stack, and Chad mode, holy shit, dude, which means he has literally, like, let me just put this into perspective. If you go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, and you browse for a moment, you will see some of the top superfoods in the natural world that nothing else compares to, at least in the known world. I always say that because it's a funny thought, like, to put it in perspective, of the known continents and the foods and herbs and plants and things that we have found on them, these are among the top superfood, detox, brain function supplements and products and compounds and bioactives that exist. Of course, there could be other lands out there that there's other maybe forms of shilajit, who knows? But anyways, if you go to chalk.com, like eBet did and like Aiden did, and you add a male, female, or performance stack to your cart, the stacks are combinations of superfoods. So like the shilajit, the tomcat, the daily, there's different combinations. If you get a male or a female vitality stack or a performance stack, which has the Chad mode, which has organic blue spirulina and organic caffeine that's cold water extracted from green coffee beans, extremely pure, detoxing. It pulls phthalates, BPA, microplastics, all kinds of crazy stuff out of your system. It's delicious. It's got the Chad face on it, which is just epic. And if you add any of those to your cart, Go to the site quick, by the way. It is first come, first serve. I think we're doing 3 or 4 on tonight's live. And you apply the discount code on the subscription, 44Life, that's 44LIFE. You get a lifetime 44% off discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time, your subscription. And automatically you're going to be getting a free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order automatically. This stuff is freaking delicious. It's the cherry on top, because while you should be hyped about the freebie, like it is freaking awesome, it's the fact that you're getting a discount, a lifetime discount on superfoods that you then would be incorporating into your lifestyle, like Ebet, like Aiden, like Swing, who has a freaking like a shelf full of every single chalk supplement that we have, that you're incorporating into your lifestyle to experience these benefits, which are clinically studied over consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get them into you consistently. But if you go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, get the male or female vitality stack or the performance stack, and you put that discount code on, 44Life, 44% off lifetime discount, cancel anytime, and you get the free $100 bag of chocolate powder. Ebet's name is Lizzie. Shout out to Lizzie. She said, I also called in today and added another Chad mode for monthly delivery. Hold on. So, wow. Oh, Ebet. So is that because Chris James, I mean, I understand why, but Chris James, I always mention him because he has 4, I think 4, maybe even 5, but I know at least 4 Chad mode subscriptions. Every month, 4 Chad modes are showing up to his house. In addition to his, I think he has a mail stack and stuff as well. And his wife, or I think wife, is taking the female stack. But anyway, the Chad mode, you kind of do need several of them. I can tell you, you will not leave the house without it. I'm so stoked for Aiden to try it. Dude, Aiden, I think you can vibrationally detect, like, I am genuine that the Chad mode is amazing. And not just that, like, hold on. It's a great product. Buy my product. Forget about that. Yes, of course, you help to keep the lights on the stream. But when we're talking about this spiritual war on humanity that's happening right now, I do think it's imperative, because the blue spirulina in here is detoxing. It's also extremely good for vision. I found this out afterwards because I was cutting wood outside and I was recording a story, and I thought it was the lighting. I'm like, why do my eyeballs look so white? Like, I got the face cam up. I'm like, why do my whites of my eyes look so white? And I realized, yeah, it was like the 4th month of taking Chad mode every day. But I'm like, is that really? And so I look up the benefits. Yes, blue spirulina not only increases vision, but because it's so detoxing, it's detoxes your body. Your eyeballs, if you study iridology, they reflect what's going on inside of your body. So it's very strange, or very amazing rather, that I always say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did the whites of my eyes get whiter because I was taking, because the Chad mode, the blue spirulina is good for your eyes? Or did the whites of my eyes get whiter because I detoxed my body, which was then reflected in the visual of my eyeball? You know what I mean? Like, it's shocking. So anyway, I do love the freaking blue spirulina. And Ali says it made my eyes sting. Do you mean like tingle? Because it definitely makes your whole body tingle. If you take the Chad mode, like, it is a tingly thing. In fact, we do get a lot of emails of people being like, hold on a second. Am I supposed to be feeling these tingles, or am I having a reaction? We say, no, the tingles is, it's called the niacin flush, because there's fermented L-citrulline in there, and there's naturally derived niacin. It stimulates your circulatory and your lymphatic system. So you get tingles all over. It's like flushes out it's freaking amazing, man. So that's why you get the tingles with the Chad mode. Now, I will say, be careful, because the vast majority of Shilajit, for example, which is in the male and female vitality stack, is in the tar resin form, right? So it's Shilajit tar. And for some reason, they get away with calling Shilajit tar resin a concentrate. But Shilajit in its natural form is solid. So in order to get it into a tar resin form, they have to add water to it. So by nature of it being in a tar, it's been not concentrated, but diluted. So the chalk Shilajit, which by the way comes from the Himalayan mountains, it's hot water purified. We have 12 clinical studies on it. The water is then evaporated, making it an actual concentrate. And 1 capsule of these a day was studied over 90 days of like 100 guys, 100 girls. What they found out is that on average, male testosterone, total testosterone, goes up 21% in 90 days, total testosterone, which is pretty freaking huge. First, and it's natural, of course. Doesn't contain testosterone. It supports the production of testosterone. It boosts sperm count and sperm motility. It increases neurogenesis, which is the production of new brain cells. It optimizes your hormones, and it increases muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. That's just the shilajit. That's one of 3 superfoods that is in the male vitality stack. The tomcat, which is interesting, look what Sane said. How come the EFSA panel on nutrition and novel foods claim that Tonkat Ali root extract? Dude, Sane, here's why, bro. We know that the European Union has effectively banned Tonkat, or has tried to ban Tonkat. And so they listed it as a novel food. Apparently, the next thing ready to be listed as a quote unquote novel food, which makes it so that you can't just like sell it and ship it freely, is turkey tail mushroom and lion's mane, which are some of the most powerful beneficial mushrooms that exist in the natural freaking world. And they're trying to make them a novel food. They're eventually going to try to freaking ban them. That's at the same time, by the way, that in the UK, or in all of Europe, the European Union, YouTube is now going to be restricting access to fitness content for teens, because they say it could reinforce negative fucking like connotations about themselves or something like that. The funny thing about YouTube, though, they're basically saying like guys who are not fit could, like teens who are not fit, could see this content of fitness YouTubers and like feel bad about themselves for not being fit. So they're going to restrict their access to it. Bro, testosterone levels are off a fucking cliff. Fertility levels are off of a cliff. Europe is literally, unless something seriously changes big time, literally, Europeans anyway, in Europe are like going to be extinct. So they're targeting European teens with not watching fitness content when the population to even sustain itself is way below. Like it's on an extinction course, the same way with Japan, the same way with, there's a few other countries, namely Western countries. And they're restricting access to fit. But here's the thing. If you go on YouTube and you watch fitness content and you enjoy it and you watch the whole thing, then yes, the algorithm detects you want to see fitness shit, so it's going to put more of that into your feed. But it's not like some kid who's playing Minecraft or Fortnite is going to be scrolling on YouTube and then being like bombarded by fitness content that makes them feel bad. Like it's a freaking joke. It's about, I think, demasculinization. Don't be big, fit, and strong and healthy and have a family. But you can watch all the Roblox, or I don't even know what games, whatever it is that Europeans, teenagers are doing, other than, like, I don't know what they're doing for access to adult film, but that's a epidemic over there. But they're going after fitness content. Like, it's a freaking joke, dude. So yes, I'm not surprised that the European Union says, don't take Tonkat, but yet they, it's so funny because hundreds of people in Europe die every year from Red Bull energy drinks, but they're not banned. Thousands probably die from alcohol related things. They would never be able to ban that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm saying like alcohol, beer, wine making and everything is ingrained. Like you're not taking that away from Europe. Not that they should, drink responsibly and everything, but the fact that they're looking to ban lion's mane, a mushroom, is just shocking, So anyways, that is crazy, dude. But yeah, shout out to, apparently a bunch of people are on the site right now, by the way. Again, if you go to chalk.com, that's CHOQ.com, and you add a male, female, or performance stack to your cart, and you apply the discount code 44life on the subscription, you get 44% off for life on that subscription, and automatically you're going to get that free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which massively stimulates, well, it said stem cell production. So that repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. You feel like $1 million taking it, drinking it. You can have it by the freaking spoonful dry. It's that good. You will absolutely love it. Shout out to Nasir. He said, tuning in at YR Nelson here from Insta. Shout out to YR Nelson, dude. Welcome to freaking Rumble, bro. We've been getting a lot of new people the last few days rather. Yeah. And energy drinks are marketed to teenagers. You know what's funny, Sane? I had a friend whose dad owned the um motocross competition sports, like the consider it like the NHL almost, but for motocross in Canada. It was like the events, there's like races all over the country, and he owned the company that put on all these races and everything. And when I went to one of these races, like it was cool. We got to go on the scissor lift, so we got to get put above the whole crowd and everything, and we got to see a bird's eye view. Like it was epic. Um, but the main advertisement everywhere was Monster, or it wasn't Red Bull, Monster, or what's the other one? I think it was Monster, but it was all over the place, dude. Like you've seen it, and everyone there is like, there's some. It is like younger going to watch, because that's who was competing. I think they were like 18-year-olds and shit in these races. And there's just a million energy drink ads everywhere, and you could buy them on every corner of this event. There's energy drinks being sold. So, dude, I mean, it's shocking, but that's not banned or restricted, even though people do perish from it quite consistently. You can sell your soul on the Liquid Death site. Yeah, yeah. I know it's interesting. Like they're trying to be like, I don't even know if that I don't even know if Liquid Death is more like satanic than Red Monster. But at first glance, it's like they're trying to be edgy, like Liquid Death, like kill your thirst, man, like kill the quench of your thirst, like they're trying to be like that. Um, but yeah, it's shocking, man. And yeah, you can sell your soul on the site. I wonder if that does anything. Sonny said, "Oh my God, you read my mind. I used to do Jaeger bombs. I don't never really got what the I've had Jaeger bombs before, but um, they weren't crazy, man. Like, are they that? And then you're mixing alcohol with like the caffeine, the synthetic caffeine. That's how you get gimped, man." Neo O'Connor said, "Being fit is only for the jocks. It's also glorified in a way, like only shown in movies. Athletes, you can be fit and also not look like a balloon man." Well, that too, but it's funny because they used to what they used to do is the superheroes were like buff, Giga Chad, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone guys, and then now it's like Spider Man, like the dweebiest. Like I'm talking not the new. I don't even know. I'm not watching the new Spider Mans. I'm talking like Spider Man, Spider Man 2, Spider Man 3 with Peter Parker with what's his name? Uh, what's that actor's name again? Toby Maguire. And then I just remember my dad was laughing because someone took a picture of him, and he had like I guess got fat after those movies, and someone took a picture of him side profile while he was like at a beach or like in his pool or something, and the headline was like Tubby Maguire, which they would never be able to get away with today. But they called him Tubby Maguire instead of Toby, and you couldn't go after someone's uh, freaking looks like that in these days, you know. But anyways, Spider-Man is a lady now. Checks out. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's crazy, man. Okay, I'm gonna announce we're live on Instagram right now. Hold on a second. One sec. Yeah, I think I've tasted a Four Loco, but I've never had a Four Loco, I don't think. But those have a problem. People have a problem with those, man. Like, I mean, they're super dangerously toxic, and I'm not even talking about the BPA, the fluoride, the micro shits, but everything else. Like, it's a ton of caffeine and alcohol. What was the problem? And high sugar, whatever it was like a perfect combo to F you up, man. Okay, stand by. Hold on. me see. How many of you guys, how many of you in the US have passports? Yeah, that's true, Neo Connor. Maybe that was a bad example, actually. I just saw a few posts that were like, what's with the new superheroes? You know, people were pissed that the new Star Wars movie, um, whatever. I just remember when, I'm just going to bite my tongue. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just go like this. Check your, oh yeah, base camp, 100%, dude. 100%. No, do never touch a receipt. Never touch a receipt, man. It within I think 12 seconds or something. I know this. It takes 26 seconds for the chemicals in makeup, soaps, hair care, skincare shits to go into your blood. So, and apparently it's super bad. Your skin absorbs the BPA. You wouldn't think your skin could absorb anything from a dry piece of paper, but it's got this BPA particle shit on it that is super fine, I guess. And it just goes right in. It sucks right in. I would love for you got to see that on like a microscope or something, man. To see what it would look like under a microscope, the BPA going into your blood. It's a shocking thought, man. And you know what sucks is like I'm pretty sure like swing, you got to buy materials, like you got to keep the receipt. What do? Bring a freaking glove? No, you stuff it in your pocket. You don't worry about it because you're taking chalk. That's the thing. Um, so but yeah, even I think even if it goes in your pocket, it's like contaminated your pocket, you know. Ali said she was thinking of getting a passport instead of digital ID. Yeah, if they make digital ID, I don't think you'd be like, well, maybe you'd be grandfathered in. Like, imagine if one day they go, okay, no more passports. You need a digital ID if you want to travel. It's like, well, I already got my passport. It's like, okay, well, you got until your passport expires to get a digital ID. But I don't know if they would do it like that. Okay, let me type this in quick here. Today was about Giants and Sylvester Stallone. YouTube limiting, like that is crazy. I do think, yeah, Costco toilet paper. I'm sure it's also BPA. They do have bleach and phthalates on it apparently as well. Like you got to get, uh, there's like bamboo toilet paper you can get. They really do poison us from every angle. You would never think they would be poisoning your freaking privates, man, with toilet paper, but they are. They're poisoning literally your ass with toilet paper, man. I'm not joking. It's crazy, dude. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm just live on Instagram real quick. Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry for talking about. I mean, you didn't know what you're going to get yourself into on this live, but we are talking about. I heard about that, Samuel. Samuel, come to Rumble, man. We got to discuss that, bro. Um, oh God. Yeah, tampons too, totally toxic because unfortunately they have glyphosate on them because it's non-organic cotton. And it's like poly now. It's not even fully cotton. It's poly something. So it's totally toxic. We have to discuss, guys, listen, there's something strange going on in the world today, whether you could see it as a bunch of random happenings happening at the same time, or come to the possible conclusion that there is a intentional plot upon us as we speak. If you're of the second opinion, that's fine, but we're doing a deep dive on this right now on my Rumble live stream channel. And we go into this in much greater detail than a 90-second reel. Bon Brest said, what about the sky and webs thing from ancient people? Dude, the Hopi tribe said, near the day of purification, cobwebs will be woven in the sky, which is the trails we see in the sky every day. That was thousands of years ago. They've been plotting exactly flat land life, flat land, flat Earth. We'll talk about it, man. So come on over to my Rumble live stream channel. We are live on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. And we're talking also about, check this out, guys. Check this out. The new passports. How do I show this to you? The new passports. Gotta get the lighting going. See that right there? I know it's blurry. I'll show you better on Rumble, but there is literally a visible microchip in the new Canadian passports. See it? It's like an RFID. It's like a SIM card chip. I was just shocked to see it in, like, it's usually hidden in the side of the thing. So anyway, Dora said, are you about to go on Rumble? We're actually live on Rumble right now, Dora. Look. Hold on. How do I flip this? Here we go. We are live on Rumble right now. We got all these people talking. We're hanging out. We got 60 folks on here, and we got the mic set up. We got the properties, the filters. I don't have filters on. But anyway, so we're giving her on Rumble right now. It's at the link in my bio. I can't link it here, Jackie, because you can't even click a link on a live chat on Instagram anyway. But if you just go to click the top up here, and then click my profile, and then you'll see the link in my profile. Click that, and then you will see Rumble. Alternatively, you can comment on any one of my posts on Instagram, comment the word Rumble, and I'll send you a link to the channel. You can watch it on your browser without making an account, and that's totally fine. But if you want to comment, if you want to turn on live notifications on there, if you want to follow me on there so you catch me live there, you make an account. And it does take like 30 seconds. Password, boom, bang, bing, go on your email, boom. But anyway, that's at the link in my bio. So I hope to see all you guys on there because there's a lot of questions. You guys are asking me great questions, but we can't really answer them all on Instagram because I just got my account back and it cost a lot of money and I don't want to get another strike. Okay. So thank you guys. Love you. We'll see you on Rumble. What was I saying? Yeah, tampons have heavy metals and lead too. Yeah, 100%. But no, so Sonny, about your Costco toilet paper, go to, you know what? Aren't you near a river? Like, just go swimming every day. I mean, no, but really, I mean, it's just, it's you got to pay to play. The toilet paper that is not actually, it's not even much more expensive. Like maybe $1 or $2. I mean, I know it all adds up, but toilet paper may be one of the things you don't want to gimp out on when it comes to, you know, spending an extra couple dollars and getting toilet paper that's not coated in phthalates. And you know what's the most shocking thing? Is that diapers, conventional diapers, are completely toxic. There was a woman who went viral on TikTok talking about how when she worked, it was a trend. And it was like, tell me something about your work that, like, you know, you're not supposed to really say or whatever. So she went on and said, I work at a diaper factory and we have to wear literally PPE, hazmat, gas masks, suits, full body suits to handle the material that we spray the diapers with. Bro, I don't know if you know how bad things really are. In one way, I'm not saying like the world's bad, this sucks, but I mean like there's some evil shit going on, man. And I choose to be aware of it. So as opposed to, you know, putting it away in the back of my mind and not wanting to think about it, you know? So anyway, my passport at 10 years expires next year when exposure and contact is supposed to happen. Oh, with aliens and stuff. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it may be, it's going to be probably Project Bluebeam anyway, dude. But yeah, guys, so look, to everyone who just joined, new passport, okay? New passport. It says right in the front, by the way, what does the American passport say? Because mine says, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada requests in the name of His Majesty the King. So I'm actually a subject of the King, by the way. It used to be a subject of the Queen, but I am a bidet. Apparently a bidet is life-changing, Sonny. Everyone in Europe doesn't understand how we use toilet paper over here. They're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, get a bidet. Are you living in the freaking Stone Ages? You can buy it on Amazon and hook it up. But anyways, all those whom it may concern to allow the bearer to pass freely without delay or hindrance, and to afford the bearer such assistance and protection as may be necessary. This passport is the property of the government of Canada. It must not be altered. You must take every precaution to safeguard it. Okay, but then the crazy part is what I've covered up here is the picture. Okay, but right beside the picture is the microchip. Now, my old passport was, this isn't my passport though. This is Mrs. Shane Vibes. My old passport, I need to get one of these though. Next one will be mine. I need to renew mine. Where should I go? My old one and all of ours, the microchip is in the seam of the thing, like it's in the fabric on the outside of it somewhere, and that's what they scan. And so they, on some, I don't know what the fuck database this is, but somewhere someone like Jason Bourne style, CIA style, can type in, okay, we're looking for John Smith, beep, and give like his date of birth and shit, and it will show you any country in the world that has a like that has a passport that's abroad. Like if he's not in the country of origin, but he's abroad, what country? Well, this passport system would tell you that. It's becoming like computerized and stuff. It used to just be you could show up to the airport drunk with several packs of cigarettes and a wad of cash, pay 20 freaking bucks, get on a plane, smoke like a chimney the whole way there, drink like a fish, get off the plane, no one would know nothing. And Sunny got to grow up in that area. Sunny, who's commenting right now, she designed the Orange County flag in 1968 in 11th grade. Guys, we have an elder with us, Sunny, and she's also Rh negative blood type. So she is literally like, there's something Rh negative. We'll talk about blood types, but that is the rarest blood type. Everyone comment your blood type now. PJ Sue said people are lazy. It takes effort and commitment to make changes. I use cloth diapers. We do too. Period bamboo underwear, smart. Bamboo TP, etc. We have bamboo TP as well. Prioritize where money goes. Less convenient but worth it. Yeah, I mean the bamboo toilet paper isn't even less convenient, other than that it costs like a few dollars more. Cloth diapers are literally more convenient. Dude, if you do elimination communication, by the time your child is, I gotta run some numbers here, but literally my 16 month old is completely potty trained other than overnight bedtime. It's called elimination communication. And even before that, before it was fully potty trained, before she was it, whoops, there wasn't accidents. She would like go to the potty. It was like hit or miss, but she wasn't like, it's a shocking thing, man. Elimination communication is a big hack to where it's not like you're scraping crap out of a cloth diaper for years and years. It doesn't happen like that. But then we do see sometimes, and I don't know if they're different food or maybe they are different procedures. Maybe they're born differently. Like it depends. If you're a C-section, that does have a big effect. Of course, other medical procedures have different effects on children these days, if you know what I mean. But some, it's like all the way up until we know 4-year-olds who are still in diapers. I mean, I'm not, that's not judge. I'm not like they should already be potty trained, but some people do just kind of iPad it up and diaper it up. And like she said, it takes effort, but the cloth diaper thing, if it's a wool outside of the diaper, every day you just throw that outside. And if it has lanolin, because it's a natural material, the lanolin is in the sheep wool, it's self-cleaning. Like this wool sweater, you don't wash a wool sweater. You put it outside to let the air blow through it, or you put it in snow and rub snow on it. None of my wool sweaters have I ever washed, and they smell completely neutral. They don't smell like anything. That's another thing. We're in a fragrance-free home, a scent-free home. That's a big thing. We got to talk about scents. Fragrances are toxic, man. Thrax says Red Cross calls him to donate blood all the time. I wonder where all that blood goes, man. I really do. And where all the organs go as well. A quick story, by the way. My late father-in-law, who I got all my cool books from, there's some behind me, and many other things. That globe I got from him, we laughed about it. Someone said yesterday, so wait, if you're talking about flat Earth, why do you have a globe behind you? Just because it's funny and cool and dope. But anyway, dude, he, whatchamacallit, oh, he had a guy he knew got an eyeball transplant. He lost an eye, so he got a new eye, or maybe two new eyes, whatever it was. He got eyeballs, and from someone who died, but they were able to harvest the eyeballs. Well, just so you know, we know about like organ donation. Like they do have to keep the body alive to be able to harvest the eyeballs, right? Or any organs, right? As soon as the body's dead, the organs are dead. They need to keep you alive to be able to harvest the organs. Well, there was a viral story of a guy in Texas who the medical personnel said, your son is brain dead. He's dead. He's not coming back. We're going to harvest his organs now. Or no, we're going to pull the plug. I don't know if it had to do with organ donation, but they're going to pull the plug. Then, hold on a sec. Then, get this. He said, the father of his son who's in the hospital, who's like, he was a full grown man, the son, but anyway, he was in the hospital with him. And he's like, no, dude, he just grabbed my hand, like he squeezed my hand, he raised his eyes, like he is awake, he's brain dead, he's responsive. And they're like, or he's alive, you know, he's responsive. And they're like, no, we're gonna pull the plug. The Texan father pulls out a fucking pistol, holds up the room, says, everyone get the fuck out, locks the door, says, I'm staying with my son, he's alive. SWAT had to come like 6 hours later. He surrenders, but now his son is like opening his eyes and like moving his hands a bit, like clearly responsive. He saved his son's life. He was accordingly brain dead, but that's not the case. It wasn't actually quite the case. So with organ donations or organ heart, you know, when you donate your organs, organ donor, they do have to keep you alive. And there's horror stories of people being kept alive who weren't quite like they are alive. And then they harvest their organs. And it's like, dude, he could have came back, you know? Anyway, so Chuck, who I got all this stuff from, inherited, he told a story of his friend that got these eyeballs and then started having nightmares of burning in a fire. And burning in this fire is his dream. So he needs to find out, where did my eyeballs come from? Why am I all of a sudden having these horrible dreams? This is a true story. He finds out because he had to go through lawyers to get this information, because the doctors couldn't just tell him. The guy he got the eyeballs from died in a factory fire. The eyeballs, every organ stores memory. All of our cells even store memory. And so I don't even know how we got on this topic, but yeah, man, like organ donation is a shocking thing. And I don't know if it's the best, most optimal way. Really, we should just use Nikola Tesla technology to rebuild and regrow things. I'm sure it exists. Speaking of, by the way, regrowing, rebuilding, rejuvenating, and restoring, I do want to mention that because we found out all the crazy stuff that's been coming out the last few weeks, they've now approved PFOAs, pesticides that contain insane amounts of forever chemicals. We got glyphosate being aerially sprayed in Ontario, all throughout the States. They're doing it to manage aquatic, like they're doing it because they say there's invasive species, so they decide to poison everything, which is, you know, other than the wisest thing. But anyways, because we're being exposed to all this crazy stuff, it is imperative, especially in this pinnacle moment in human history, to be detoxing and restoring our systems. And right now, Chalk is giving away $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, specifically for this live. So that's certified organic, certified heirloom, delicious detoxing cacao powder that you make into hot chocolate or a cold chocolate milk. It's freaking delicious. And it has some of the highest antioxidant content in the natural world. So it binds to free radicals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides, super detoxing, and it's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. So the chocolate powder is absolutely amazing. Chalk is giving away 3 or 4 bags on this live away to some of you guys. It is first come, first serve. I just put the link in the chat, which goes to chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. If you click that link, you're going to Chalk, which they're based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So totally legit. If you go to chalk.com and you add a male or female vitality stack to your cart, which is top superfoods. We're talking in the female stack, you have shilajit, you have ashwagandha, and you have the Irish moss. And the shilajit is the #1 supplement for men and women because it is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It's super detoxing. It calibrates, or rather stimulates, the production of new brain cells. The Shilajit does. The daily is the #1 supplement for men. The Shilajit is the #1 supplement for women. Both of them contain Shilajit. The daily has 4 other adaptogens in it, though. That's just specifically formulated for men. So they're 2 different. And they have over 12 clinical studies, or 11 or 12 clinical studies, for making new brain cells, giving better memory, concentration, and focus, pro-fertile, boosts sperm count and sperm motility, increases energy levels, stamina, and endurance, and also, interestingly, muscle mass, muscle recovery, and muscle endurance. So it's super good for anything athletic. If you go to chalk.com, that's choq.com, and you add the male vitality stack, the female vitality stack, or the performance stack subscription to your cart. The performance stack has the Chad mode, which has the organic blue spirulina and the organic caffeine that's cold water extracted from green coffee beans. All that is in the Chad mode. And that blue spirulina is extremely detoxifying. It's one of the most powerful binders in the natural world. It grabs onto all kinds of stuff that's not supposed to be inside you and excretes it out of you, the contaminants that we're exposed to. So if you add any one of those stacks to your cart and you apply the discount code 44life that I put beside the text for chalk.com, and you apply that discount on your subscription, it's a 44% off lifetime discount. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, and automatically you're going to get that free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order automatically. It is first come, first serve. They're doing 3 or 4 people on the live. Someone might already have ordered, actually. Let me double check just to see how many we have left. And I can hold slots for people as well. If someone's like about to go to the site, etc., let me know and I'll get Chalk to hold a slot for you. But again, it is chalk.com. Shout out to Chalk, man, and Butterdog as well, and also Swing. Hold on a second, let me see this. Boom, bang, bang. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just checking the chat here. I didn't think I wouldn't get more there. There we go. We're good. Yeah, okay, a bunch of people are on the site right now, guys. So make sure you put that discount code on. Shout out to Sunny, who's loving her chocolate as well. It is otherworldly. I mean, I have had organic cacao before. I've had non-organic cacao before, but I have never had organic and heirloom cacao. Like, it's an anomaly. They genetically tested it. Most cacao is hybrid. It has way less bioactive compounds, whereas the heirloom cacao, the original cacao, it is built different, man. Way, way more benefits. Shout out to PJ Sue. She said that's what German new medicine is all about: memories in body and organs and cells. I'm so excited for the full-blown truth to be released about our not that I'm waiting around for like the establishment to release it, for example, but like when it becomes mainstream that there's all these, natural things we can do to boost our vitality in addition to taking superfoods. I mean, it's incredible, man. It's going to be freaking amazing. Sonny said, I like cacao nibs on ice cream too. Did Chalk turn all the beans into lit? Sonny, I think they did actually. Yeah. So we have a few more. Last I heard, they're going to need to stop giving away free lit, the cacao, organic heirloom cacao, at some point because they're running low on inventory. But when they do order again, we'll announce it. But they may be shutting down the free lit deal as well. So make sure you go to chalk.com, Thea Brahma Cacao, that's right, Neo, and put that male or female or performance stack in your cart. In the male stack, by the way, you also have the Tomcat 100, which is clinically studied, 100-to-1 extract of wild-crafted Tomcat Ali. It boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days, clinically studied. It boosts sperm count and sperm motility. It increases muscle mass, muscle recovery, and muscle endurance. It has 23 clinical studies, and it boosts physical and mental energy. I'm actually going to take one right now. Maybe I'll take 3. I mean, actually, I'm going to do a bit of a dose. I got to take some minerals too, the chalk minerals. These are cold water extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah. So pretty freaking cool. The thing is that most mineral supplements, they're not bioavailable minerals, so you cannot even absorb the minerals because they're in like a non-absorbable form. There's a difference in minerals between bioavailable and what's considered spent minerals. The way I had it described is that minerals are basically bio spark plugs. They ignite every biological process in the body. and they also um, ignite, or rather enable you to absorb and utilize vitamins. And so if you're getting minerals from different certain sources of minerals, the minerals as a spark plug is like a burnt out spark plug. It's already done its purpose. It needs to be recycled into the system of the natural ecosystem, and etc. So the humic shale deposit in Utah, it's like before the flood. My understanding is that it's an ancient lake that then dried up. I guess when the flood happened, who knows, some geography changed around. But then a massive deposit of these minerals became abundant there, concentrated there, and it's this shale deposit. And so those minerals, it's the full matrix of minerals, massively boost your nutrient absorption from the food you're already eating now, because every vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. And they also are super good for energy and every function in your body. You know what? People are taking um, alkaline water, right? To what they think is make their body alkaline. Every organ in your body is functioning at a different pH. Your skin is a different pH than your stomach, acid, of course, your liver, all your organs have different optimal pHs. If you were to be fully alkaline, you would literally die if all of your organs were alkaline. It's a total fad, that alkaline thing. What optimizes the pH of all of your organs is the things that we're supposed to be getting into us every single day, which is the 102 bioavailable minerals that are supposed to be in abundance in the food and water supply. So that's why I'm taking a chalk minerals right now with the Tomcat. Also, shout out to Samuel. He said, I'm 17. I haven't finished school. What do you recommend I do? I've tried telling my family about this, but obviously they aren't buying it. What should be my next move? Do you mean about what? Like buying what? Blackjack said, I thought you said it's 90 days, but it's 21. The Tomcat has clinical studies up to 90 days. One of the coolest studies is that it had a 21 within 21 days, the average healthy adult male, a part of the study, had a 87% boost in free testosterone in 21 days. So that's a good question. Shout out to Blackjack. Sue said, did you hear about federal judge gave the go-ahead for the Academy of Pediatrics to sue RFK Jr. for economic harms to pediatricians for less vaccines on schedule? Holy shit. Are you serious, PJ Sue? Are they actually gonna... Did they just do that? That is insane. Well, it's a big, it's moneymaker, man. I can see why they'd be flustered about it. You know? Um, yeah, exactly, Sonny. We must not run out of lit. No, they'll do their best to make sure. Neil Connor said, doesn't the shilajit and Irish moth both have the full spectrum minerals as well? The shilajit has 40 of the rarest trace minerals. The Irish moss has the full matrix of minerals. So different benefits. Like if you had a Venn diagram, many benefits the Irish moss, many benefits to the shilajit, many benefits to the chalk minerals. So there's a bit of an overlap, but it is, you know, I like taking all of them because they all have different benefits. And again, like there is some overlap as well. Shout out to Asher who just had a lit. Shout out to Asher, man. I got my lit in front of me right. This is my like demo bag. I haven't opened it. I try not to like bend it too much. Maybe I'll open it soon though and just get a new fresh one that has no crimps on it. But I love the new label on the lit too. Like they changed their color. I remember when Chalk first launched the Action 2.0. This is the one I have my dad taking for his heart because let's just say that would be good for him. Anyways, because it has organic beetroot extract in it, super good for blood flow, blood oxygenation, and circulatory function. It also has rhodiola rosea in it, which is very interesting because rhodiola is one of like, it's another form, it's what they consider over where it grows in Russia. It's like their ashwagandha, it's their tonkat ali, it's their superfood they love in that region. And anyway, it's a hormone optimizer. It boosts natural energy. It's freaking amazing. But anyways, when we first got the Action, we never had a pink supplement before. So when I first got the first Action 2.0, and I open the bottle and I see it's this nice red. It's like the pinkish red color from the beetroot. I don't know, man. It's got a special place in my heart for sure. Um, Shane, my friend's doctor told her not to take Irish Moss because it's too high in iodine. She has a low thyroid. Huh. I would have thought, I'm no professional by any means, but I would have thought that iodine supports healthy thyroid function. Um, but maybe that doctor has like something he'd rather take from his shelf of pharmaceuticals. I don't know. That's interesting though, Sonny. I mean, she did what some believe you should do. Consult with a healthcare practitioner if you have a medical condition, of course, before taking chalk. I'm just interested in that. I wonder, what is always a good thing to say? Um, Getting a second opinion. Like you'd be surprised. There's stories of people going to 10 different, doctors with the same symptoms and getting 10 different opinions as to what's going on. Like that is a thing. Um, yeah, that is strange. I took some beetroot from Walmart for my heart, but I could tell it was BS. Walmart stays with bad supplements. Oh yeah, Thrax, dude, you probably just got like, I don't even know, red food coloring and no. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Walmart for really, I don't go to Walmart anyway, but I especially wouldn't go there to get something that I would be consuming. You know what I mean? Like I had to go there the other day because I was in a pinch and I needed some engine oil and the other stores were closed. Walmart was open and it was the closest. But yeah, you don't want Walmart. This shit, man. Um, so there's trace minerals, spectrum of minerals, and matrix of minerals, all different but sort of the same. That would be so. I guess I don't know the difference between trace minerals and the 102 minerals that make up the human body. You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference? I mean, that's a good question. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe it's just a term for the same thing, bioavailable minerals. You know what I mean? But yeah, matrix of minerals, spectrum, and matrix would be the same, basically. Yeah. Blackjack said, Shane, what do you use? I wonder about switching to performance stack at some point. Dude, if you're on a male or female stack, I imagine a male stack, I wouldn't really swap. I wouldn't want to lose the chalk daily, which you lose if you go to the performance stack. They don't have the chalk daily in there. I would do male stack and Chad mode. Um, you know what I mean? That's what I would do is add. But if you had to, I don't like picking which one I'd have to cut. If I had a stack and I had to cut one to replace another, like I love them all, dude. I take all the chalk supplements, man. I have all of them in front of me right now, except the Irish Moss and the Seven Wonders, which I need to go grab. And I got my Chad mode here, and I'm running low. I've been triple quad dosing it. It's freaking awesome stuff, man. Blue spirulina, whitening your eyeballs, binding to free radicals, and massively increasing. I would say that increases your vibrational frequency. I'm going to say that. Oh, that's what I heard. That's what I heard, PJ Sue. I heard about that. Interesting. Look at Everake. Everake didn't I haven't seen her say anything, and then she comes in here with a freaking health fact. Shout out to EverH. Shout out to EverH. Blackjack just started taking chalk. Love it, man. Love it. So hold on a second. Apparently, the update is that someone just got a female vitality stack at chalk.com. So someone just went and got the Shilajit, the Irish Moss, and the Ashwagandha, which is in the female stack. They got it at choq.com. That's chalk.com. And because they ordered on the live the subscription with the code 44life, they get a 44% off lifetime discount. And she is getting the $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in her order. So if you go to chalk.com, now we have 3 left. Add a male, female, or performance stack to your cart. Apply that code 44life. Massive discount. The reason I recommend too, though, is kind of mentioning that you really should throw the Chad mode in there as well, whether getting a performance stack or get a male or female stack and add the Chad mode, is because they're already doing almost 50% off. And honestly, they used to do mostly like 20% off, but they out of the blue activated this 44% off discount. And so I've been trying to get as many people aware that that deal is going on right now that I can. I mean, it is a smoking deal. And after finding out, dude, I mean, again, um, I'm 30, so when I was 24, I started eating healthier and becoming conscious of GMOs and organic and fluoride and stuff. So long, maybe not 24, really, eh? Fuck. I'm gonna find out because I have pictures on my phone of when I first started getting into like coconut oil and health stuff. And but it was like 23, 24 years old, so 22 maybe. Um, I was eating who knows what phthalates, microplastics, BPA, fluoride, pesticides, McDonald's, fucking McDonald's, dude. Um, so it's imperative to be detoxing. I can't wait until it's been another XYZ amount of years to where I've eaten healthier longer than I've eaten conventional. All it really means, I mean, 7 years, the average, even a 100-year-old man is only 7 years old. The cells of his body are only 7 years old. Copper Rock, do you mean who's Dr. Berg again? Dude, JLac, let me just say one thing about crypto and everything is like, dude, they're definitely cool that you can go buy like a coin and all of a sudden make thousands of percent, right? But silver all time high, gold all time highs right now. But I don't trust any crypto, Bitcoin, any coins at all. They're based on, and I don't. It's gonna fall on deaf ears. I can tell you're passionate about it. I know guys like you are super into it and whatnot. And dude, you can literally probably, dude, you could make $1 million fucking dollars in the next year. You literally could, 100%. That would be awesome. But I wouldn't. I would play around with some cash with them, I guess, as a gamble. But I wouldn't sink anything into it that I couldn't afford to lose, man. And I don't know that it's the end all be all. I also don't know. I also wonder, like, dude, if there's a cyber attack and the internet's down and you have a bunch of crypto, what the fuck do you have? You know, I think having property with cows on it is worth more if the grid goes down, there's a great reset and shit's going crazy, you know? PJ Sue said, McDonald's, we serve people. No truer words were written. That is a little bit shocking to think of, honestly. Yeah, no, Tomcat's not a stimulant. I mean, it probably supports the production of different hormones and whatnot, but I wouldn't say it's like there's no caffeine in it, you know. I've taken Tomcat at night many times, you know. Jalak said, you don't want cash with what's coming. Yeah, that's true, Jalak. I mean, put your money into something, property. Dude, even though I love, gold and silver, like it's a vibrational thing and it's an ancient thing, I I wonder, like, can't they just turn it down, control the price, drop it? Like, but we'll see, man. We'll see. But definitely, yeah, cash. I mean, with the inflation we've already had, like, how much have we lost? If you had $100,000 10 years ago, what do you have now? What was it worth? Like 60. There's probably an inflation calculator, but I don't even think it's accurate. Whatever inflation calculator is, because if you go to this girl took pictures of her son in a grocery store in 2019, and in the background, it feels like it still was just 2020 a little while ago, by the way. But anyways, she took a picture. Silver just hit 90, Sonny. Silver just hit 90. Um, she took a picture of the grocery store, and in the background, you could see the prices of things. And she compared it with now. And many of the products from 2019 to 2025 is when this video came out, are literally double. So I don't know, man. A little birdie told me copper prices. Yeah, what's the price of copper? The thing is, I would never buy copper, silver, or gold on paper, right? You'd obviously want it physically in your hand. And so, but to have enough copper to have a shitload of value of copper, you need a ton of it, you know? Um, oh, dude, someone just got a male vitality stack. Congratulations to who just got a male stack. Um, Somebody just got a male vitality stack at chalk.com, which is the Chalk Daily, the Tomcat 100, and the organic ashwagandha, which I didn't even mention. If there's one thing you definitely can take at night, all the chalk supplements you can take at night pretty much, except for you wouldn't want to take the Chad mode at night, right? It's energy drink, pre-workout. The ashwagandha, which ours is certified organic and 14 times as potent as conventional ashwagandha, like on Amazon, massively stimulates the production of new brain cells, or sorry, new melatonin production rather. So you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's also pro-fertile and a hormone optimizer. Ashwagandha is otherworldly. It's freaking amazing. It's in the mail stack. And whoever just got the mail stack, congratulations, because you are getting the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your freaking order. Now, that means we have, I guess, 2 or 3 bags left to give away on the live because 2 people have already ordered. Congratulations, whoever just got your stack, man. You'll be freaking stoked. You may not have a account yet to comment and be stoked with us, but congratulations to the guy who just got a mail stack. And keep in mind, if you this is the way the deal works. If you go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, and you add a male, a female, or a performance stack to your cart, and you apply the discount code 44life on the subscription, you get a 44% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. And automatically you're going to get the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. So congratulations to who just got the mail stack. The male stack is daily, Tomcat, and ashwagandha, premium superfoods. The female stack is the hot water purified, clinically studied shilajit, the wild crafted Irish moss. Keep in mind, the vast majority of Irish moss on the internet is farmed in the Caribbean and it's full of microplastics, whereas the chalk Irish moss is wild crafted from Nova Scotia. Shilajit, ashwagandha, and Irish moss is the female stack. And then the male stack, the performance stack is the Tomcat, the Chad mode, and the Action 2.0, which is a freaking amazing combo, dude. You will love the Chad mode, 100%. J-Lac said, so wait, Swing, do you know J-Lac? Shout out to J-Lac, who may know Swing. Are you guys friends? That's freaking awesome, man. Thrax says, I got 50 pounds of copper wire pulled from old barns on my parents' farm. Dude, let's ask chat what hold on a sec. What percentage of people own 50 pounds of copper? It's probably pretty low, dude. You might be the top 1% copper holders. A typical family home contains several hundred pounds of copper. Wow. The global stock of copper already in use in society averages 35 to 55 kilograms per person. Holy shit. But this reflects copper contained in products and infrastructure, not metal physically owned. Yeah, I know. Among hobby metal collectors or scrap owners, many might own a few pounds, but owning a 50-pound of copper metal outright is likely uncommon. Probably well under a few percent of the population, though no official figure exists to confirm this. So shout out to Thrax, man. He's a top 1% copper, physical copper holder. That is freaking awesome, dude. So copper, eh? Yeah, that'll probably go up. Yeah, J-Lac, eh? As a power lineman, 50 pounds. Blackjack, my friend's a lineman too. So do you, I guess you're really not scared of Like, dude, I've been sussed out. I was messing with my generator the other day, and when you jam those things into the plug, I was testing the amperage and voltage and shit, and I was jamming those things in there. I always just thought you're not really supposed to put anything metal into a socket that's live, but that's how you test the amperage. I'm just like, is the electricity not going to go through these little plastic fucking things I'm holding on to? You know, obviously it doesn't, but I got to get over that. I got to work with electricity more. A Huff 98 said, that was me, brother. Appreciate the cacao bag bonus, man. Couldn't pass up the deal. Shout out to a Huff 98. Let me just say one thing, dude. For one, congratulations. Two, thank you for keeping the lights on the stream. For three, thank you for taking a leap, trusting me in that you obviously vibrationally detect like I am. You know, these are real things. These are real superfoods. We got clinical studies. We got lab tests, and you can detect the genuinity there. I will say, I'd have to do like a 27-hour live stream straight to be able to go through all of the benefits that you are now going to be obtaining because you got the male vitality stack. 12 clinical studies on the Shilajit, 23 clinical studies on the Tomcat. If you read them, which you could have read some of them, but I mean, there's a lot. It is like absolutely shocking how many benefits you can get from even just one of these superfoods from consistent consumption. And so I'm stoked for you, man. And anyone else on the fence, a Huff just scooped up one of the last bags of the chocolate powder. If you go to choq.com, choq.com, and you add a male, a female, or a performance stack to your cart, like a Huff just did, and you apply that discount code 44life on the subscription, you get 44% off for life, cancel anytime, and you will get the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. He is a lineman, Sonny. I'd be more scared of what you just said about your generator. Well, I had to figure out what the problem was with my generator. It turned out to be the problem was the generator cord, the cable. But so I had to start the generator and then take, you know, a voltage meter, like a multimeter. So I was just using a multimeter, but putting it in both of the sockets of the generator. Like, so that's not sus. You've probably done that a million times, man. Everachi preps colloidal copper for her family. Wow. So why don't you do colloidal silver? Shout out to Swing, man. But yeah, so JLock, I mean, I wonder, man, like, so wait, you're talking like what's XRP up to? I haven't really like what's saying that's going up? So it's basically kind of correlated there with Bitcoin. Like it looks quite similar, but holy crappers, did it ever take off in October, November 2024? It went up 600% in about 22 weeks, so a couple months. Or no, sorry, 35 weeks. Okay, well, pretty strong run there, dude. That's crazy. Well, we'll see, eh? Crypto, eh? Yeah, people, Sonny said, or someone said, some people get addicted to crypto. Yeah, I know. Dude, I knew a guy who, I don't know, he had a shitload of Bitcoin. And he watched it go up to where he had like, I don't know, it was its first run when it went almost to $20,000. And him and his like dad or uncle were like not sleeping because of how much money they all of a sudden on paper had made. But then they're like, do we hold it? Do we take it off? Well, they end up holding it and it drops a shitload. Then they start closing their position because they want to have some of the profit, and then it goes up a shitload. And then they want to capitalize on that. So then they buy a bunch of it. And then it drops its ass down back to 15,000 from freaking 50. And then it's going up again. Like it would have been a roller coaster. You would have had to hodled. You know, it's just shocking, man. I know, J-Lac, I know. You said XRP. I know. I'm just telling a story of the guys I knew who had a shitload and then lost a shitload. Or I don't even know if they lost any, but I don't know if they were able to actualize much of their profits, you know. Um, hold on a second. Let me just check something. Boom, bang, bing. Yes, giants. There is something about giants, man. Damn. The other thing that's interesting is, you know that all dogs need to be, if you want to internationally travel with dogs, you know that you have to have paperwork that says that they are um, vaxxed and microchipped, right? I just find that interesting because seemingly like that does appear to be also kind of one of the plans that they have for us, right? So when I hear what happens to these dogs, to be able to travel, I mean, that's what they tried to do during Schmovid-19, you know? It's unreal, man. So, and I get the microchip thing in a dog is more like it's more like the RFID chip or the whatever chip is in the new passports here and all the passports. Um, so it's not transmitting. It's not like it's. I don't know that they can necessarily. They probably can detect someone who is walking around by the microchip that's in them, or detect the dog by the microchip. I think they have to bring something pretty close to the animal's like skin to be able to scan the chip. But it's still it hits a bit close to home with like this whole mark of the beast thing, and that to get a dog to travel or a cat, I think they got to be chipped, man. It's just it's interesting. There'll be a black market for that too. Someone who doesn't want to back their dog. I was at a health food store and the girl said, I heard a girl say, uh, "Is that tap water?" And I look over and she's talking about the dog bowl of water on the ground outside of this health food store. And the lady's like, yeah, it is." And she said, "Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't let my dog drink tap water." And I was like, that is the kind of person you run into at a freaking health food store, man. So, and I just saw in the Simpsons comic we have, Professor Frink is on a date and he's drinking a cool juice. It's his potion he made to make him be cool because he's on a date and he was trying to be cool, even though he's like this nerdy scientist, right? Well, the girl he's on a date with like slaps the bottle out of his hand and says, "You don't need that." And when she slaps it out of his hand, it tumbles down the hill and lands into the Springfield water supply. And so all of a sudden, everyone in Springfield is acting cool and like everything's upside down and shit's going on. But then Frink, at the end of this comic, decides to slingshot the antidote, and he literally said, "Seed the clouds with this antidote," uh, and then it rained down on the populace. I just found that a little bit interesting. And also in another Simpson comic, Lisa discovers a secret plantation in some country where they're growing genetically modified bananas. And she's like an environmentalist, you know. So it's interesting. Did you see the video of a Kuwaiti man who proudly confessed to getting a chip implanted in his arm? No, I didn't see that, but I know, don't they have a bunch of chips in like Sweden? Microchipping in Sweden? Blackjack said, "Tell me why I live in one of the 12 states that have it in law that cities must put fluoride in tap water." That's crazy. By law? Are you serious? Huff said, "We all got ability to receive and emit signal, right? What do you think, Shane? I'm speaking in terms of telepathic message exchange or frequency resonance between us." Well said, dude. 100%. 100%. We do already have the ability to do that. You know what's funny? People say they don't believe in invisible. I'm going to go live on Instagram real quick. Hold on a second. Um, Hold on one sec. I'm going to go live on Instagram and I'm going to start answering your question on the live on Instagram, Huff. And then I'm going to tell them all to come over to Rumble. Okay, that's doing it. Hold on a sec. Yeah, their hobby is thousands of years in the making, possibly, PJ Sue. Like, if the Hopi tribe prophesies that near the day of purification that we will have cobwebs woven in the sky, then how would they know that thousands of years in advance? Like, it's just kind of trippy, you know? Hold on a sec. Yeah, mass producing Neuralinks this year. I heard about that. Um, I know, dude. I know. Mass producing Neuralinks to help people. Okay, hold on a sec. Good call, dude. Good call. That reminds me of wasn't there a movie that happened in where he got microchipped and he had to get the microchip out of him with like an incision or something, like with a scalpel? I can't remember. There was a movie where someone had to pull a microchip out, if I remember correctly. What's going on, everyone? So, just so you know, the Hopi tribe, which is now friends with the Navajo tribe and whatnot, said that near the day of purification, cobwebs will be woven in the sky. And um, right now, most days, there are cobwebs in the sky. It appears to be cobwebs, which is the trails that they're leaving in the sky all over the place. Purification Day, it sounds like, you know, end time stuff, right? Something coming back, maybe someone coming back. We're going to find out. We're in an alternate timeline here, man. It is very strange and shocking. So just so you guys know, we're doing a deep dive on this right now on my Rumble live stream channel. We're answering questions that we cannot answer on Instagram because I just had to pay a ton of money back to, or pay money rather, to get my account back. So we are on Instagram because I got some strikes. I don't want any more strikes, so I don't want to be on Instagram for too long. So we are live on Rumble, which is at the link in my bio. If you want to join, click the link and you'll see a Rumble button that you'll press. And then that opens up the Rumble live stream channel. We already got 60 people on. We're doing deep dives on this stuff. It is freaking shocking. I get it if you guys are into, 90-second reels only. But if you have questions, want a bit more of a hangout, we're doing that right now on Rumble. Okay. You can also comment Rumble on any one of my posts and you will get I know Silver just hit 90. Um, you'll get a link right to your DM to the Rumble. And if you make an account on Rumble, then you'll be able to comment. Sweet Benita said, may the creator of the heavens and the earth protect us all. May indeed. May indeed. You can't eat silver, that's true, but you can, shave a piece off for a loaf of bread or something, right? True, maybe that's true. 3THXN. Maybe I, other than spoke that the most properly. For the people commenting Rumble, Sharon, comment it on a post, not on the live, and then you'll get the link to your DMs, or just click the link in my bio. Christina, more or less than 100 ounces. Also, what's interesting is this guy asked in the Rumble chat about, listen to this. Hold on. He says, we have the ability to receive and emit signal, right? What do you think, Shane? I'm speaking in terms of telepathic message exchange or frequency resonance between us. And yes, we indeed do. And it's funny because people don't believe in more or less than 200, Christina. We don't believe in energies of the natural world, and um, we don't believe in frequencies from trees and plants and animals and this whole reality. But what's Wi-Fi? It's an invisible signal that transmits data and information. We already have a synthetic version of what already exists, but people It's too far-fetched for them. Katie said, I don't think I have a Rumble. That's okay. You don't need a Rumble account to watch. You can just click the link in my bio. But if you make an account, then you're able to comment. It's an alternative to YouTube. Lean ground beef OG. He said, what's Rumble? His name's Lean Ground Beef. Okay, but anyway, hope to see you guys on Rumble. Much love, and we will see you over there. Shout out to Catherine. She likes the way I said that. Shout out to Catherine. We'll see you on Rumble, all right? Okay, boom, bang, bang. Boom, bang, bang. Okay. Blackjack said, as a guy that wasn't awakened yet, I could tell the COVID vax was sus, so I didn't take the $200 my college offered to give me to take the shot. Holy shit, dude. They paid you money? Oh my golly jeepers. Well, that's crazy because some people got it because they got free donuts or free French fries, man. That was a psychological operation if I've ever seen one, man. And if it was to save lives, like, why is insulin not free? Like, seriously, why is it $600 for an IV if they're trying to save lives? If something's free, you know the deal, man. Holy crap. Speaking of, we're actually giving away. No, we are though, actually. So guys, a few things are going on right now. We are being sprayed. There's whistleblowers. There's a guy called Harold Kautzvella, a German scientist, who was tasked with analyzing soil samples for mad cow disease in Germany. And this guy detected in the soil what he described at the time was that it was, he called it alien technology, but it was basically exotic technology and nanotechnology, which publicly we had not even come close to being able to achieve yet. This was back in 2015. And so he came to the unfortunate conclusion that we must be being sprayed by what goes up must come down, right? And so get this. He was tasked with analyzing soil samples. He finds freaking nanobots and what he calls self-assimilating nanobots and something called black goo, which is like black goo is a did he call it conscious? What did he call it? It's a material which reacts to like stimuli like as if it's alive, but it's a technology. And he found it in the soil. So it led him to figure out and research and find out how is this stuff ending up in the soil? Well, Germany and much of Europe and much of the Western world, but also the whole world, is also being sprayed by the same stuff. It's what goes up must come down. There's something in those freaking trails, dude. And so he goes on to make all these presentations about what he found scientifically in the soil. And among the nanotechnology, which I know is fucking weird, and he says that it interacts with the frequencies that are coming off of the cell towers and the 5G towers, and it's like a mind altering, it's a frequency altering thing. And it could be what he said, I'm paraphrasing, but the nanobots build themselves into like a synthetic artificial nervous system that then can be transmitted to like mass mind control. We're talking science fiction level shocking stuff, okay? So my point with that is we have information warfare. We have what many people call chemical warfare because they're spraying aerially pesticides, glyphosate. We got billions of pounds of it they're putting into the freaking food supply every year. It's shocking. It is more imperative than ever before. And even if you didn't get vaxxed, that's right, the shedding, to be detoxing, to be boosting your vibrational frequency. There's a war on our fertility, our health, our brain function, and our systems. 6G is on the way. That's right. J-Lac. What the Sam Dams with that, dude? So right now, specifically for this live, this is the last call. Shout out to Katie, who just got a Rumble account. Shout out to Katie. Chalk is giving away free detox kits and superfoods on the live. Chalk, I just put the link in the chat, choq.com, is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They got an all-American customer service team. Someone explained to KJ what shedding is. And they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. If you're looking at I used to falsely assume everyone's watching the video, but some people are doing all kinds of other shit. They're not even looking at their phone. But I'm holding up a bag of the chocolate powder right now, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Chalk is giving away, this is the last call for this live, to get, I think they're doing 2 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is heavy metal tested. It's full of antioxidants. It's believed to decalcify your pineal gland. We know that the antioxidants in here grab onto free radicals, phthalates, contaminants that aren't supposed to be inside of you, and it detoxes it out of you. It's also freaking delicious. And it has organic Ceylon cinnamon and organic vanilla bean powder in it, which is extremely good for your body. Like, those are other amazing superfoods that are good for you. So this is the way the deal works. I put the link in the chat to chalk.com. It's first come, first serve, choq.com. And I put a coupon code beside it. So the way the deal works, #1 supplement for men and women at chalk.com is the hot water purified Shilajit. This is a hormone optimizer. It's pro-fertile. We do ship to Australia, Jack, or Jock, J-A. The A and O on the Rumble font looks similar. So Jack or Jock, yes, we ship to Australia regularly. I'll tell you what I recommend if you're in Australia. The Shilajit's #1 supplement for men and women. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. For guys, it boosts testosterone. For girls, it optimizes your endocrine system. Healthy hair, skin, and nails. And C60, carbon 60, is a molecule that's present in Shilajit. And it has something very interesting. It has an effect on your telomeres. It basically has anti-aging effects. So it's freaking good for you. We love Shilajit. Bruce Lee, Genghis Khan, and Vladimir Putin all took or take Shilajit. The Russian military secretly studied it for 40 years. That's the #1 supplement for men and women. The way this deal works is the next 2 people who go to chalk.com, choq.com, and you add a male or female or performance stack to your cart. The performance stack has the Chad mode in it, by the way, which is that blue drink you've seen in my stories a bunch of times. Super detoxing, delicious. 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop. That's cold water extracted from green coffee beans. Most pre-workouts and energy drinks have synthetic caffeine. They actually grow the caffeine instead, like cheaply growing it instead of extracting it from where it's supposed to come from, coffee beans. So that's detoxing, delicious. Blue spirulina is one of the most powerful binders in the natural world. So the way that it works, if you add a male or a female or a performance stack to your cart, add the subscription to your cart, and you apply the discount code 44life, that's 44LIFE, you get a lifetime 44% off discount. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, and automatically you get the free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order. I do recommend seriously looking at the Chad mode at chalk.com for men and women, because that blue spirulina is one of the most powerful heavy metal detoxifiers in the natural world. Like, you do need to try the Chad mode. It's also delicious. I know there's that connotation or that assumption that, like, not you guys don't think this, but like healthy food doesn't taste as good. And they sold this idea, I don't know, the mind control was like, all the best foods are bad for you. You can make the most healthiest organic pizza you ever heard. You can make the healthiest organic chocolate fucking cake you ever heard. I mean, all these things can be healthy. You just don't use the canola oil and the GMO sugar shits and the corn syrup and, you know, and the bleached white flour that has glyphosate in, you know. But anyways, Chad mode, majorly amazing. You'll freaking love it. I do not leave the house without Chad mode. I don't leave the house anyways, but when I do, I don't leave the house without Chad mode. Someone asked if I ever go outside at night and look up. Yes. And especially tonight, it's a bright, sunny night, or moonlit night, and it's a blizzard out too. Look at the blizzard behind me. Um, dude, shout out to Jay Lack, who said, Chad mode is the bomb. I just got a shipment of 5. Bro, Jay Lack. I thought Chris James was wild for um I thought he was wild for having 4 come to him a month, and you got 5, dude. I'm gonna be talking about JLack now in the live, man. 5 Chad modes. JLack is subscribed to 5 Chad modes. That's how much you know it's delicious and detoxing and lovely. It also whitened my eyeballs, by the way. 100% confirmation. I don't know how to quantify it, like several shades whiter, but it 100% whitened my eyes. It's because blue spirulina is insanely good for. There's a compound in it that's excellent for vision and eyeball like function. So it freaking whitened my eyes, man. You know, when you see people with like if you got a bit of yellowed eyeballs, like you definitely want to be detoxing. Your liver is requiring assistance, put it that way. Mrs. PJ or hold on, who was it? Katie said, I think I joined when the best deal is happening. Katie, usually Chalk does like 20% off. So the fact they're doing 44% off for life with that code 44 life and giving away the free $100 bag of chocolate powder, it is a smoking freaking deal. And so in the female stack, you have the hot water purified shilajit, you have the organic ashwagandha, and you have the wild crafted Irish moss. If you did like a 20-minute or 10 even minute deep dive into ashwagandha, you would want it on your shelf in your pantry, in your freaking pocket right now, in your system right now. The Irish moss, full matrix of minerals, certified wild crafted from Nova Scotia. Most Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean. Most ashwagandha is farmed in China and full of, uh, well, who knows what? It's coming from China. Our ashwagandha is 14 times as potent as conventional ashwagandha, and it's organic. And we have 43 or something clinical studies on it. You get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. I'm going to take one right now. The ashwagandha. You don't need to take it before bed. It's an adaptogen, so you can take ashwagandha in the morning, and later on, in conjunction with your circadian rhythm, you are going to be feeling a lot better going to bed, falling asleep faster, getting a deeper, more rejuvenative and restorative sleep. So it's interesting. Remember, Chalk ships out of Georgia. They're based in Texas. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So I'm going to give her right now with this ashwagandha. I love supplements, man. You know, I also love bare feet on the ground, grounding, meditating, and power of the mind. But like, there's something about taking Shilajit, knowing all its benefits. It is a fun thing, and it's not a placebo. I know someone says, "Is it a placebo?" Well, I mean, you can take a sugar capsule and get this out of the other, but the sugar capsule may not be. I mean, it doesn't have the power of the mind is powerful. I do use it all the time, but I also love Chad milk. Yeah, 2 to 3, dude. Swing. I think my most scoops I ever had with Chad mode was like, because okay, so guys, if you have Chad mode on an empty stomach, 1 scoop, 2 scoops. Start with 1 if you've never had it before. If you have it on an empty stomach, you will get tingles literally all over your fingers, toes, back, neck, forehead. You're like tingly, man. And what that is it's the fermented L-citrulline and the niacin extract that's in the Chad mode, which stimulates your circulatory and your lymphatic system. And it gives you what's called a niacin flush. And it's a feeling that you end up really wanting to feel again. Like when I take the Chad mode on an empty stomach at around like 11 in the morning, it is a vibe, dude. It is a freaking vibe. I'm not even joking. There's something about the Chad. That's why Chris James has 4 freaking so many users. Jay Lack has 5. I mean, dude, there's something about it, man. Tia Sun said, "Is it recommended if a person has Hashimoto's?" Um, so what we have to say with that is, what was it again? Oh, chalk is intended for healthy adults, and if you have a pre-existing health condition, that you should consult with a healthcare practitioner prior to consumption. We are obligated to give that disclaimer. Um, so that's where we're at, Tia. With that being said, like, are you allowed to have cacao? I think. Let me know though. Consult with your practitioner. Um, and then what about Chad mode? I mean, it's organic caffeine. Are you allowed to have coffee? Probably. Are you allowed to have blue spirulina? You'd have to research. And as Sonny mentioned, it can help to get multiple opinions because someone, Mexi Rican, the discount will work if it's on the subscription. So it's chalk.com, of course, and then you'd be adding the male or female stack, vitality stack subscription to your cart, not the one-time purchase to your cart. That's how the coupon code works. And like I said, you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. Just keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. And again, if you're getting a stack, the male or female or the performance stack, you will be getting the free chocolate bag included in your order tonight. This is basically the last call because Mr. Hum, or what was it, Huff? Yeah, Huff. He just got a male vitality stack. So shout out to Huff again, man. You're going to be absolutely stoked. Let me check that. Hold on a sec. This is so, dude. So I'll tell you guys about that in 2 seconds. But yeah, the other thing that's interesting to note is that the Shilajit is clinically so Shilajit is considered a potentiator. So it increases the potential of any other herb or superfood thing that's taken with it. So that's why the Shilajit is in the male and female vitality stack because it's a potentiator, but also hormone optimizer, fertility booster, super detoxifying. And man, there's something about Shilajit. Put it this way, Shilajit is serious enough that the Russian military allocated millions of dollars to study it during the Cold War and had all their guys taking it. They had heard about it through the grapevine and they thought, well, if we can give Shilajit to our Russian army, will they fight better? Will they be stronger? Will they have more energy? Will they recover faster from being like totally exerted? And it seems they came to a conclusion there. So it's amazing. And then of course the Tomcat 100, which is in the the male vitality stack, that one's clinically studied to boost free testosterone 87% in 21 days. So that one's freaking shocking. Katie said, how long do they last? Trying to figure out like a monthly. So each supplement bottle is a month supply. The chocolate powder is to your own discretion. Like, I mean, you could definitely go through a bag of lit in a month. You could spread it out. That's the freebie though. But what I recommend, so if you're within the United States, it's best to subscribe because then you get a consistent dose. You're getting this lifetime discount, and then you can change or modify. Like if you have this lifetime discount, you could put it down to one supplement. You can increase it to 5, but you're keeping that discount. But if you're overseas, I recommend getting a multi-month supply because you only pay shipping once and then you have like 90 days worth. A lot of the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So it just is sometimes unfortunate, but still good. But when I see someone ship a single bottle of Shilajit, for example, all the way to Australia, I'm like, dude, that is awesome. But like your shipping cost goes down percentage wise based on how much you get. And so we ship to Canada all the time. Katie, I'm in Canada. I probably am your neighbor right now. But so Katie, I'm glad I mentioned that. Then if you're in Canada, try to get a multi-month supply. So then you're only paying shipping once, and you get the freebie, and boom, bang, bing, you have enough to last, so that you don't have to ration it. You know what I mean? Now, if I had to choose between getting like 2 female vitality stacks or 3 Shilajit and 3 Irish moss, like you can mix and match to your like budget and everything. But we're gonna hook you up, Katie, and we're also going to answer Blackjack, who said, "Is Thailand gonna take my chalk when I go there on vacation?" You'd have to find out. I don't know if Thailand. I don't think they would they? Like, it's a supplement, guys. Like, oh fuck, huh. When you go to Thailand, just pull out the Tomcat. Hey guys, I take Tomcat. They say, oh, you try and get woman pregnant? Like, dude, they know it is like a common household name. Thailand, all throughout Central or whatever part of Asia that is, they all know about Tomcat. Um, it's the same thing in India. If in India you're looking for Shilajit, they think that like they think that your reproductive organs as a man aren't working right, or they think you're trying to get your wife pregnant, or they think if you're a female that you're trying to boost your fertility. It's like a known thing, you know. Um, wow, Katie's on Vancouver Island. Okay, so hold on a second. Katie, how old are you? You might know my brother. He's out there right now. I'm on the other side of the country though. I'm in Ontario, but my brother's on Vancouver Island right now. I never made it that far, but I was in Vancouver. But Vancouver's kind of like, come on, man, it just rains. You got Hastings streets, like a bit of a Cornish hen over there, eh? But Vancouver Island, beautiful. I'll tell you all about it. Um, Thrax, that's all right, man. You're good. Swing, that's so true, dude. Can you take if you have an HRT pellet? Hold on a second. Oh, yo, so Mexi Rican, um, you mean band like in high school, Katie? Mexi Rican is taking an HRT pellet. I didn't really know what that was. I know what HRT is. Um, but so HRT pellets are tiny implants like a grain of rice inserted under the skin, usually the hip or buttocks, that slowly release bioidentical hormones, estrogen or testosterone, over several months. Huh. So you'd probably like, I have no idea, right? So but that's not really, is that a condition? I don't know. What I'm supposed to say is if you had a condition, I'm supposed to say consult your healthcare practitioner prior to consumption, right? But just my thought about hormone replacement and whatnot is that it's a good freaking idea to support your body's ability to produce your own hormones naturally rather than um, synthetically. But that's just like, I'm not going to tell you to not take it or whatever. I mean, you already got a grain of rice injected in you or whatever, like a pellet. Um, but I do think the natural is the freaking max best thing you can do, man. Samuel said, how do you detox from heavy metals? Step one, freaking Chad mode, dude. The blue spirulina. I'll tell you, you can type in foods to detox heavy metals. Some of the top superfoods for detoxing heavy metals. That's good. Okay, Maxi Rican said, yeah, he won't do it again. Sweet. Then you're set, dude. So then don't even worry about it. You're good. Sure, you can take Shilajit, the Tomcat, but I guess I should say I don't want to get myself in trouble here. Consult your healthcare practitioner and make your own decision, dude. Maybe you could, because we're doing this smoking deal tonight. Maybe you buy chalk tonight. You use the coupon code 44life. You get the free lit powder because it's ultra limited. There's like 2 left to give away. Apparently, a bunch of people are on the site right now. And then save them until you're off HRT in like not very long, and then boom, then start taking them or consult your practitioner. You know what I mean? Um, the difference between the female stack is and the plain Shilajit bottle. Good question, Mexican. So the Chalk Daily is the #1 supplement for men, and that does have Shilajit in it. and it has 4 other adaptogens that are specifically formulated for men, like tribulus, saphead muesli, and mucuna. Oh, female, Mexican. Okay. So the difference is that the only difference is that the Chalk Daily has different herbs in it that is specifically formulated for men. But the straight Shilajit is the #1 supplement for women. And so, yeah, there's not much difference other than the couple extra ingredients that is in the male stack. The Bat said Chad Mode pre-workout. Yes, the Chad Mode is a natural pre-workout, natural energy drink, and natural metal detoxer, because that blue spirulina, you can type it in. Fact check me on this. If you type in blue spirulina heavy metals, it is one of the most powerful binders. There's something magnetic about it. There's something to do with its compounds, whatever it is. When you drink it and it goes through you, it grabs onto metal, to the micro nano metals, all the heavy metals, the lead, the cadmium, all the shit we're exposed to, and excretes it out of your body. Katie, DM me. DM me on Instagram right now. I'll text you on the live. But he is on, I don't know what part of the island he's on actually, but I'll find out. You may know him. But anyway, so what I was answering to Samuel, how to detox heavy metals? Well, you can do saunas. You can do, I don't know, probably ice baths. You can do deep meditation breathing. You can hug trees. Like, those all have benefits. My metal detox that I do is the hot water purified Shilajit from Chalk, the blue spirulina from the Chad Mode. The powder that's the binder Mexican is the Chad Mode, which women can take. Sometimes they ask, like, can women take Chad Mode? Because it says Chad on it and it has a picture of the Chad meme guy on it. But the Chad Mode is one of the most powerful binders because it has the blue spirulina. But the Shilajit also is super detoxing for heavy metals. But I like to combine all of them, because if you're taking Shilajit and you're taking Chad Mode and you get the free lit powder, which also has all the antioxidants, super detoxifying, you're kind of covering all your bases. And then, hold on, if you're taking the female stack, then you also have the Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals and also is super detoxing. Because minerals, hold on, minerals bind to heavy metals and excrete them out of the body. Minerals replace heavy metals in the body. Because what many people don't know, and just bear with, this is shocking, listen, the 102 minerals that make up the body. Have you ever looked up what those minerals are? It's lead, arsenic, cadmium, aluminum, barium, strontium. Not kidding. 102 minerals that make up the body are scary sounding heavy metals. There's a difference. There's minerals in their heavy metal form and minerals in their mineral form. Elements in their mineral form also are elements in their heavy metal form. So there's aluminum, for example, heavy metal form, toxic, horrible, gimps your gut, wrecks your brain, it's horrible. Aluminum in its mineral form, naturally occurring, is one of the 102 minerals that makes up the human body. And in fact, aluminum in its mineral form is what optimizes the pH of your gut, your stomach acid. So every different mineral has a different biological process that it ignites. Some ignite several biological processes. If you're getting the full matrix of minerals because you're taking the Shilajit, the Irish moss, or the chalk minerals, that is replacing the heavy metals, it's igniting the biological processes in your body, and it rebuilds your DNA. So we're talking about several things here. Mexican, in that case, I would probably go female stack. She said she was a hairstylist for 25 years, have heavy metal overload. It's those damn sprays, eh? I imagine it's mostly the sprays, eh? But I would, if I were you, I would go then female stack and Chad Mode. Only because, well, 2 reasons. Because they're all amazing to combine. But with the 44% off lifetime discount, and we know that consistent consumption over 90 days, you get these clinically studied benefits. I recommend going full-blown stack and the Chad Mode. But make sure you apply the discount code 44life on the subscription so that you're able to apply that, because that discount code doesn't work on the one-time purchase. It only works on the subscription. And like I said, you can cancel or modify at any time. but the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption. Paul Me said, I have EBV. What's that? Hold on a sec. Okay, so is that a condition? Hmm. So two things. Palmy said she takes Shilajit already, or I say she, it could be of a male orientation. But Palmy, so be careful on what Shilajit you take. I only say that because the vast majority of people who take Shilajit, or the Shilajit that they take, is the tar resin, which is 20 to 30% water. It's significantly diluted and usually contains heavy metals. I know, it's shocking. The chalk hot water purified Shilajit is clinically studied. It's heavy metal tested. The water is then evaporated, which makes it a potent concentrate. And then they have those 12 clinical studies on it. So I do quite recommend the chalk Shilajit over any tar resin Shilajit scientifically. You know what I mean? But guys, here's the thing: someone else just ordered a stack, which means we literally are at the last call for the night to get the free lit. Congratulations to who just got the female vitality stack and the Chad mode. Hold on, maybe that was Mexican. Whoever just got the female stack and the Chad mode, congratulations. You are getting the free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically. I'm freaking stoked for you. This is getting packed in with your order. You're not going to see it on the order form, but it's going to be physically placed into your box when it's packed up. Hold on a sec. And this is the last call on the deal. Just make sure you put that that discount code 44 life on the subscription so that activates your deal, and then that will be included. Okay, so it's, and you guys are already on the site. It's chalk.com, CHOQ.com. Yeah, it is interesting. If Mrs. What was it? Hold on. I think, was it, hold on a sec. Katie, yeah, Katie. I mean, if you DM me, I'll tell you his name, and then you may know him though. Huh. Wow, that's funny. 25 years ago, someone told Sonny, or Sonny read, that it was bad karma to sell kombucha. She could have been a millionaire by now selling kombucha. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, a dear friend of mine. Oh, here's Katie. She DM'd me. So hold on a second. Cool. There. The other thing that's interesting is that with kombucha is that it's funny how it's this bacterial thing they grow, they let ferment, and it has all these benefits. But the store-bought kombucha, I don't know that it's pasteurized, but it's definitely carbonated, and apparently it's like synthetic carbonation. Um, or not synthetic carbonation, but when it's like artificially carbonated. Naturally, kombucha has a bit of carbonation, but it's not that strong. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so apparently that can like gimp your gut bacteria or something. Like it's not ideal to have the store-bought kombucha with the fake carbonation in it. Hold on a sec. Sonny, that's funny. I've tried to drink kombucha. The vomit was intense. Dude, you must have had a shit kombucha. They can be quite good, man. They can be quite good. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it here. If you're on the site, quickly get that order placed so you get the freebie. Thank you all for joining. Make sure your live notifications are on for the next one. It was great freaking having you, and we'll see you on the next live feed. Okay, keep your head on a swivel, and much love, you guys. All right.